Hello, welcome to the channel. Today we have an omnibus edition to unbox and take a look at. So let's get the box open and see what we've got. Let's get that out of the way. So, what have we got? We have got Uncanny X Men Volume 4. Let's get the plastic off and we shall take a closer look. So here we are, Uncanny X Men Volume 4, hardcover, dust jacket. Speaking of which, as seems to be usual with the current Marvel Omnibus editions, you get a choice of which cover you want, and on the back of which, again as per usual, we get reproductions of the covers of the issues in this particular volume. As far as price goes, about £104, which works out I believe about $125, or what would that be Canadian? 157 Canadian. As is usual, I got mine from Forbidden Planet, so instead of being about £104, it was I think 72. If you want to go and check Forbidden Planet out for yourself, I'll put a link in the description. For the moment, however, let's have a look at Volume 4 of Uncanny X Men. As always with new omnibus editions, the first thing we do is stretch out the spine. Let's flick through the pages one way and then the other, and I always do these about half a dozen times, and hopefully that is enough to stretch it out. So that being done, let's have a little read up of what they've got written on the inside of the dust jacket. John Romita Jr. joined the Uncanny X Men. In this omnibus collection of iconic X-Men adventures, John Romita Jr. begins his run as series artist. His raw, emotional style brought out the high-intensity drama of major X-Men milestones, all crafted by Chris Claremont, operating at the top of his game. Under their creative tenure, Rogue emerges as a feature player in the cast at the Xavier School, seeking to redeem herself for a villainous past as a member of Mystique's Brotherhood of Evil Mutants. While the team grapples with the impact of the Beyonders' secret wars, the legislation called the Mutant Affairs Control Act foments a rise in anti-mutant sentiment, giving Mystique further justification to twist the public's perception of the X-Men. Under the streets of New York City, Callisto and the Morlocks brazenly kidnap Kitty Pryde, dragging her to the altar of their subterranean lair to force her to marry Caliban. Other highlights of this era include the introduction of Rachel Summers from the Days of Future Past timeline, the first appearance of the Tech Master Forge, a brawl for the ages between Colossus and Juggernaut, the advance of Selene and the Hellfire Club, a sword and sorcery turn that transforms all of Manhattan and all of Marvel's heroes into a barbarian horde. And it wouldn't be X-Men without romantic entanglements as a counterpoint to the action. Cyclops departs for team with new bride Madeline Pryor for a honeymoon that's anything but peaceful. Wolverine's relationship with Mariko takes a turn for the worse, and Storm and Forge's romance blossoms in the elegant Life-Death featuring art by Barry Windsor Smith. This enormous omnibus is topped off with the double-sized 100th anniversary, all new, all different X-Men, Kitty Pryde and Wolverine's war with the Yakuza, and the timeless X-Men and Alpha Flight miniseries by Claremont and Paul Smith that reveals the true relationship of two pivotal characters. And the back cover tells us that this volume collects the Uncanny X Men 176 to 193, the X Men Annual 8, Kitty Pryde and Wolverine 1 to 6, X Men and Alpha Flight 1 and 2, and Marvel Fanfare 40, although I believe that's only certain material from Marvel Fanfare 40. So there we go, Uncanny X Men Omnibus Edition Volume 4. That is it for this video. Until next time, remember, hit the thumbs up below, and I will see you in the next one.